just arrived here at Roodeplaat Dam, excited to have a great day of fishing. The ride over here was smooth. We didn't even feel the boat at the back of the Built Tough Ford Ranger. And I'm here with Sean from Orinia Ford Motors and then Silverton. Sean, tell us a bit about Orinia Motors.
We're a company that's been in existence from the mid-80s. We strive to get customer satisfaction. So we don't have completely satisfied customers, we have higher than completely satisfied customers.
So you exceed the expectations?
We exceed the expectations of our customers. We go further. Like the brand says, go further. We go further for our customers.
This is our 460. It's designed by anglers for anglers. What we have done here, we've designed the fronts of our boats so you can mount your trawling motor. And we've got a recess over here that we can mount your fish finders, and then you've also got your recess here for your foot pedal so it's out of the way. But in the actual bass boat range, we have the 460, then we have our 500, then our 570 and our 600. Our 460 has a 50-litre tank, so you have more than enough fuel to fish for the day.
So let's get down to the technical side of things. Today we will be targeting some barbel on Artlure. We will be looking for barbel in the shallows with our line, and we'll be catching them with leadheads and with jigs. So for the first episode of Stywe Lyne Tight Lines Guide to Fishing, we are talking about winter catfish on lure. Now there's two setups that we will be using today. The first setup is the Blue Marlin calling rod. As you can see in my hand, this is a very strong, a very long rod, 13-foot rod with a lot of backbone. This will enable you to reach those catfish before they spook and to bully them out of the structure without struggling. On this rod we have the Abu Garcia Ambassador C3 bait casting reel fitted. This is a strong reel with a very strong drag. You won't struggle to get the barbel out, and it can take anything you throw at it. On this reel we loaded the Berkeley Whiplash 80-pound braid. It's a very strong braid and it can handle any size barbel. So if you see the monster, you will be able to land it and you don't have to worry about structure. So on this rod, on a dipping rod, we will be using a Lume Lures barbel leadhead. As you can see here, this leadhead is one of the most common used lures for catching barbel. It has caught a few dozen barbel by auto anglers for many years. And as you can see, it's an imitation of a small bird and it's got a solid hook. And remember, you have to have your Polaroids with you, otherwise you're not going to see anything. And this is all about sight fishing. During the winter months, the barbel move into the shallows. This is now from May to August. In a lot of our dams like Loskop Dam and Roodeplaat and Harties, everywhere where the water gets clearer, you can go and target barbel in the shallows. From 20 centimeter deep water up to 2 meter waters, as long as you can see them. So you want clear water for this time of year. What's very important to remember is that these barbel are super skittish. So you mustn't make any noise when working for this barbel. You need to create a reaction strike. These barbel are not hunting. They are just lying there and bathing in the sun to catch the heat during the cold months. So they are moving there, lying there, and when something hits their whiskers, creates a reaction strike, and that gets you the hook on. But when they hear a noise, they spook and they flee. So you must get your jig or leadhead in without making any noise, get it on the whiskers, and you will go on. So when you see a barbel, you gently swing your leadhead past it, penetrate the water surface as softly as possible, drag your leadhead on the water surface, and then drop it on the whiskers from right above, and that will trigger the reaction strike. The second method we will be using to target winter catfish on lure is the pitching method. So we will be using this ALX Zolo medium heavy casting rod supplied by Blue Water Gear for today. It's a strong rod with a lot of backbone, and we won't struggle to get this fish out. It's also very light. On it we have a Abu Garcia Aura winch bait casting reel loaded. It's got big handers which help you apply a lot of pressure and to get the fish out, and it also has a solid drag on it. Loaded on this reel, we have a 30-pound Kamba Blue Water Gear Kamba braid. It was specifically designed by the Blue Water Gear team. It's a smooth, thin diameter braid that is very strong, so you don't have to worry about the catfish breaking you off. So what is great about the Blue Water Gear swimming jig is that it's very stable in the water. So as you bring it in, it doesn't move around too much, which allows you to place it nicely, perfectly on the whiskers and get the hook up. It's also bright white color that you can get available in, and this enables you to see it perfectly as you drag it through the water, and therefore place it more accurately on the whiskers and therefore catch more fish. I'm going to start off pitching for the barbers with the Blue Water swimming jigs. It's about the best time of the day now, from about 10 o'clock to 3 o'clock. That's the time gap that you need to look for. As the sun is high up in the air, you will be able to see farther and thus catch a lot more fish. When I see the barbel, I pitch my jig past the barber, I bring it in on the surface, and then I drop the jig on the barber's whiskers. Remember that the jig is going to move a bit more forward because of the motion of it, and then voila, you're on. You will see the take, and then you just strike and have a lack of fun.